Hey, everybody, I'm John Granado. That's Josh Jordan. You can hear us on ESPN 97.5. You can also see Josh's work at sportsmaphouston.com. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, so you get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. Jake from the Wheelhouse fame. You know, everybody knows Jake Assman from the Wheelhouse fame. He proposed on his show, that the Texans sign free agent Jadeveon Clowney. I don't know that I want Jadeveon around. A lot of young defensive linemen, defensive ends. I don't know that he's exactly the hardest worker and the example that you should be showing young players how to play and how to act. And he's not going to get to. We know he's not going to get double-digit sacks. He never does, ever. But I don't know that Jadeveon would be a horrible signing. Where are you on this?
I mean, Jake makes some points that, he still has some ties to Houston, and they certainly could use some help stopping the run. But that's the first thing I thought of, John. That culture thing, that's the knock on him, right? He doesn't practice hard. One of the reasons Bill O'Brien didn't want to give him that long-term contract, they ended up trading him away. For what they're trying to build and how much they gave up for Will Anderson. They talked about part of why they brought him in was for culture, that was a huge part of this. They want him to be the leader of the defense. I don't think you give up all that draft equity to bring Clowney in and possibly be a negative influence on some of these young guys.
No, but you do need some help. You can't get enough. And I don't know that these two defensive ends, or outside linebackers, defensive ends, are going to be ready to go and give you all of that you need. You're older there. Jadeveon Clowney might still have a little bit something left in the tank. He's affordable. You've got some money to spend. I'm not sure that it would be a horrible signing. I would like to get some more bulk in the middle.
Me too.
Maybe, as opposed to you're going to let those young guys go out there. They're younger. They're not going to be as good to start with. Jadeveon might be able to teach. I don't know that he can teach him any rush moves, though, because he doesn't seem to have any, what with the lack of sacks that he has.
I think he had like career. 2 or 3 last year, John.
Yeah. And I don't know that you want him teaching that. He has always been good against the run, though.
Yep.
And you know what? He's not a sloucher. He does hustle. Jadeveon, on the field, he does hustle. Practice, I don't think, not so much. That's the word anyway about Jadeveon Clowney. Veteran help, but I would like a guy that is going to be a better locker room presence than Jadeveon Clowney would be. And Will Anderson, you think he's going to be able to walk in here and tell the locker room how to act after his days out of Alabama? It might be a difficult sell for those guys.
No, 100%. But I think he's going to start, and I think Grenard's probably going to start on the other side. So, maybe Clowney just is in some kind of rotation, something like that. But I'm with you, John. D tackle inside, whereas, I'd like to see them address that a little more. But I thought they did a good job in free agency to get some bulk in there, to add some guys. They still have some decent players from last year on the defensive line, too. They added a lot of linebackers in free agency. Yeah. So I like what they're doing.
Yeah. No. And I think the defense is going to be better. I think it is. You got Malik Collins inside. You got Ridgeway. You've got Perriman as a linebacker that you talk about. You got Harris, who is going to improve after his rookie season. Petrie. I mean, hopefully you're actually going to see Stingley. We'll see. I don't know. No one knows whether or not you'll ever see Stingley. But on paper, this defense is going to be better.
I think they're going to be a lot better than people think, especially with D'Amico's influence. And looking around the division, Tennessee really didn't do much to improve their defense in the draft. They really focused on the offense. I look over at the Colts. They took a corner in the second round, but he's really just replacing Stephon Gilmore. So I think there's a chance the Texans could, take a nice step up here. I'm hopeful on the Texans this year.
If the defense is decent, I wouldn't be surprised me at all that this team doesn't finish second in the division. And this defense has a chance to finish. If you get anything out of Stroud whatsoever. Now, rookie quarterbacks, they don't win. They just don't win. It doesn't happen, especially high draft pick rookie quarterbacks, because they go to bad teams. So here's the deal. He came to a bad team, but it does look like a team that's on the up and coming. And with this defense improving the way that it has this off, and they did. Ridgeway and Perriman, Ward, these are good pickups. And with D'Amico might be the best pickup that they've had. So you know what? I've got them. I had them last year. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not doing it again.
Come on, John. Come over here on the bandwagon.
I took the over last year and got my ass handed to me. I'm not doing it again.
They split with the Colts. They split with the Jags. They split with the Titans. That was with Davis Mills.
Go ahead. You put your money on it. I'm not.
I'm going to.